Now, there are many forms of fighting and combat. There's unarmed combat and there's armed combat. When you say armed combat, people think of guns and, of course, knives. But what people don't think about when you say armed combat is traditional weapons, like the bow. This is a very crude bow. Yeah, the bow. The short stick. You know, that sort of thing. Might have two of them. Yeah. And of course, staff fighting. See? Of course, not many people think of this when they think of armed combat. And, you know, people may think of baseball bats, hockey sticks, golf clubs, that sort of thing. This was actually a handle from a mop, I think, that someone had snapped. And I found it and picked it up and went home, basically. And normally when you're doing staff fighting, the staff would be a little bit longer than this, maybe this size, I don't know. Depending on your preference. Whatever you think you can swing around. And there's the set movement patterns, I see. Flick with the wrists, you know. Whether they be up, down, or straight forward. Obviously there's the spin, and then there's the this. Yeah. I don't know what this is called, but I call it showing off. Yeah. Of course, not many people think of using this sort of thing. It's all stab you. Of course, unarmed combat is the same. When you say something unarmed combat, they just think, oh yeah, what you do is you punch them and kick them until they fall down, and then you kick the shit out of them until they're dead or nearly dead. You don't give a shit when you're beating someone up. Whether they survive or not, you're just there to beat them up. Which is the difference between fighting and combat. Because combat has respect. Fighting does not. With fighting, you just kick the shit out of the person until you feel like stopping. But with combat is a strict set of rules and specs and things. One of which is the bow. I mean, most different fighting styles have different sort of bows. Couldn't name any of them. Probably couldn't do any of them, but I have done in the past. I did a bit of ninjutsu once. And if anyone knows what ninjutsu means, you get bonus points for that. Just for no reason. So yeah, did a bit of combat, you know, a bit of martial arts, that sort of thing, you know. Self-defense techniques is what they call them. You're not meant to use martial arts for offense. So, you can use them to hit people and kick people and whatever, but you have to be defending yourself. You can't just run up to someone and go, no, because, you know, that's offense, not defense. If someone attacks you first, then you can use martial arts, but you can't attack someone with it, however. Which makes you wonder how sparring works. Because when you're sparring in martial arts, someone has to attack in order for someone to defend. But if you're both using martial arts, you're only meant to defend. So you just be doing this like that. Yeah. With today's society being as it is, there isn't a lot of respect in the world. So the rules of combat and that don't seem to apply anymore. Hence you don't get one-on-one anymore. That's grabbing out the window years ago. Now it's 2-on-1, 3-on-1, 4-on-1, 5-on-1, 4-4, 3-on-3, 5-5, 8-on-8, 12-on-12. Large gangs against large gangs, that sort of thing. So the rules of one-on-one combat, and even just one-on-one fighting, has just disappeared. And that's a bad thing, isn't it? I think the original traditional combats and things, and the original rules of fighting, of one-on-one and everything, should be respected and should be brought back. But of course, the views of the one don't reflect the views of the many. And even if the views of the one does reflect the views of the many wouldn't speak up against the greater force. So people like me who think fighting and combat should be proper rather than how it is now, are too afraid to speak up about it, because if they say anything, they'll probably get beat the shit out of them. Or whatever will happen, I don't know. Maybe they won't, maybe people will just go there, well, they can see it's gone. See? I guess there's going to be a few of you out there that watch this video and think, he's got a point there. And then there's going to be a few of you out there going, he knows nothing. Fighting is all about ganging up on people, having the upper hand. But we all know who's correct in this video, don't we? The only problem with group fighting, as you say, is if one group starts to lose, then they've got more people to fight against, haven't they? If you've got 12 people against 12 people, and 6 out of the one group have been defeated, as you say, then that's 12 against 6, and each one from the 6 has now got to fight 2 people at once. And the 12 that are still 12 won't respect the 6 and go, oh, only 6 people fight at once. No, they'll all just attack you. It's like if that 1-12 that got down to 6 suddenly gets down to 1, instead of that fighting one-on-one then, no, the whole 12 will gang up on the 1 and just massacre them, basically. You can't really win against 12 people unless you're a fucking good fighter. I wouldn't say I'm a good fighter, I wouldn't say I'm a crap fighter. I'll fight if I have to. Actually, I fight if I want to, is the thing. And yeah, I've been called a wuss in my time, I've been called a coward. Well, who's the bigger coward here? The one who can't, the one who won't fight against 5 people at once, or the one person that needs 4 other people with him to do his fighting for him? I guess we all know who the coward really is. And yeah, I do all agree. But people don't respect the rules of combat anymore. I think we should get back into the old forms of combat and stuff. Maybe open Quicksave up as some kind of martial arts school or something. Doing stick fighting and all that sort of stuff. I don't know, maybe. Then again, I've got just the same idea to open up a skate park. And I put that idea to a council member once. Let's see if we can act on it, because it's still a shut down supermarket. And the rules of combat and the rules of fighting have changed nowadays. That is a bad thing. And that's basically the general point I've been wanting to get across throughout this new idea. So, thank you guys for watching this video, and I'd like to get your input on this entire discussion. Obviously a lot of you out there must have had a fight or been forced to fight or been drawn into a fight or whatever for some reason. if you've never had a fight at all, then obviously there's something wrong with you. Seriously, because whether it be you're too fat, you're too thin, you're a geek, you're an idiot, you're a boy, you're a girl, you're blonde, you're dark haired, you're ginger, whatever. You've got blue eyes, you've got brown eyes, you've got green eyes, you've got black eyes. You've got black eyes. Yeah. Whatever it is that it is about you, there's always someone that doesn't like it. I mean, I wear loud dragon and fire shirts. I guarantee someone doesn't like that. I wear my baseball cap back to front. I guarantee someone doesn't like that. I wear sunglasses. I guarantee people won't like that. You know, I have a weird little moustache that doesn't grow any more than it currently looks. I'm sure someone doesn't like that. The way I walk, I guess there's going to be someone who doesn't like the way I walk, and someone could be someone who doesn't like the way I talk, and the way I run, and the way I am, and what games I like, and that sort of thing. There's always someone who wants to start a fight on you. Start a fight on you? Start a fight with you. Sorry. For no reason. Or for a reason that's very apparent to them, but it's not to you. But I've never started a fight myself. I've been forced to fight by other people. I've been drawn into fights, and people have confronted me and started a fight, and I've had to fight, I have to. But I've never gone up to someone and gone, "Oi, I'm going to deck you," or anything like that. And I'm not one of these people that sits in the pub or sits with all my mates or whatever and goes, "You should have seen this bloke I decked last night. Oh, he had a fat lip and two..." No, I don't do that either. Because that comes back to respect. You may have beat the person, but you still respect them. You should still show respect. I mean, even when warriors back in the old days, you know, when there was like Scotland, like England, and like the American Civil War and that, there was still respect on both sides, even though they shot each other or stabbed each other or whatever constantly. There was always just that little bit of respect. Before every battle, horses would ride and they would meet in the middle of the battlefield and they would discuss terms of whatever they wanted to discuss and that sort of thing. And it would all be respectful and that dignity would be upheld and everything.